News 10 ABC weather is brought to you by Cat's Eye Pest Control. You're watching News 10 ABC at 11.
Child prostitution is a growing problem in the capital region, and law enforcement is cracking down on those who violate our children's innocence.
Tonight, you will meet Vicky, whose story is like most who are trapped in prostitution, and hear from a district attorney who has a message for those who cross that line.
News 10's Christine O'Donnell joins us now to shed light on a very dark secret.
That's right, Mark, Elisa. There are girls 12, 13, 14 years old who are being taken advantage of by people planning to profit by prostituting them. Now, this is a serious issue that crosses county lines. I spoke to a woman who was a victim of child prostitution. She's older now, but she says she's finally at a place to talk about her past and hopefully will be able to help other children in that situation find a way out.
It was for me to keep it a secret. It was the secret.
We'll call this woman Vicky. She says she thinks she was 14 when she first started prostituting, but she's really not sure.
It started with me when I was a kid. Like, I was sexually molested.
She met us in the parking lot of an emergency shelter in Schenectady, and it's in that parking lot where this story begins.
Now we're going to hit the streets.
As the sun sets, Khalik, Josephine, and Marcus start their mission, leaving the Safe House parking lot. They're part of an outreach group that helps at-risk kids get off the streets. They think child prostitution is an underlying issue that needs to be addressed.
It's not a good feeling knowing that. I mean, you see young girls 14, 15 years old being prostituted for sneakers.
They're manipulated by the older man and by money, and they might be in positions where they can't afford things, so they feel like that's their only outlet.
So how big a problem is it? District Attorney David Soares says it stretches beyond county lines.
We have exit 24 and exit 25 that connect New York City to Montreal, that we connect Boston to Chicago. So there's a lot of people coming through, and this is a place where people believe it's a key location for people to come and engage in this trade.
Soares and law enforcement officials have been working with the FBI to stop the trafficking and prostitution of children, both on the streets and online. Sir, is there anything you want to say about this trial?
It was a frame-up and it wasn't fair.
Bruce Carey was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison for rape and promoting the prostitution of a 15-year-old girl. This was his third felony conviction after police say he spent most of his life profiting by prostituting children. And then there's the case that's being prosecuted right here at the U.S. District Attorney's Office. This affidavit states that Troy's Michael Happel paid $500 to have sex with a 12-year-old girl. Now, why can't these girls find a way out?
I know what they're searching for. They're searching for that family unit, but they just don't have the tools to make these things happen.
There's no reason for a kid to have to go through what I went through.
And for those who take advantage of these young girls, District Attorney Soares says it's not a secret anymore.
For the pimps and other managers, we are coming for you and we're going to prosecute you. But for the other part of this economic engine that keeps that business thriving, your decline is not going to be private. You know, when we do arrest you, it's not going to be something that is done in the darkness where your attorneys can come in and avoid the cameras. We're going to make your arrest as public as possible. We're going to put your faces out there for everyone to see, because hopefully that's going to be a deterrence.
Now, the DA says he plans to prosecute these cases to the fullest extent to deter pedophiles and pimps from victimizing children. And tomorrow, that man facing federal child sex trafficking charges will be in the U.S. District Court for his preliminary hearing, and News 10 will be there. Also, I have put up the full interview that I did with Vicky on child prostitution on our website, news10.com, if you'd like to hear more about her story. I'm Christine O'Donnell for News 10.
Thank you so much, Christine. It was really well done. Let's get another check of the weather now with Steve Caprizzo.